Thank you. I'm Mr. Lehner, and welcome back to Mr. Lehner's Math Extravaganza. In today's webisode, we're going to look at moving fractions to decimals. Now, when thinking about moving fractions to decimals, you're probably saying to yourself, Mr. Lehner, when am I ever going to need to use this in my life? I'm never going to need this. Well, you can use this in real life situations, and today we're going to take a look at two different situations that you guys can actually use decimals and fractions to make sense of the real world around you. Let's take a look at an example here with our class. It says Mr. Lehner's class is conducting a food drive. They have 12 boxes to fill. There are 36 cans of corn, 16 kilograms of cheese, and 12 puddings. If we share each one equally, what fraction and decimal would indicate the amount of each item to the box? I know, I chose food again. It's probably making you a little hungry there, a little famished, but we'll get through it, I promise. Alright, the first thing I like to do when looking at word problems up here is to analyze what do I know in this problem. Mr. Lehner's class is conducting a food drive. That's good, great, and grand and all, but that's not really important information. We have 12 boxes to fill. Alright, that's the first thing I need to know. There's 12 boxes we're going to fill. 36 cans of corn, 16 kilograms of cheese, and 12 puddings. Also important information to learn. If we share each one equally, what fraction decimal would each amount be put into each one of the boxes? So I've kind of deciphered my little problem here. I've looked through it, found the clues that I need to solve this mystery of this word problem. I know there's 12 boxes, I know the items that I have, and I have to ask myself, how do I solve this problem? What do I do? If I were to bring in 36 cans of corn into the classroom and I have 12 boxes, what would I do with that? How would I figure it out? You're right. You'd use division. I'd have to divide my cans of corn into my boxes. So let's look at what that looks like. If I have 36 cans of corn, I'm going to divide that by 12. If I divide it by 12, it gives me 3, or 3.0. Think of like money. If you had $3, it'd be 3.00 or 3.0. So there's your decimal. I know that stands for 3 cans of corn per box. My fraction was 36 over 12. That's okay that it's an improper fraction, because when I divide my improper fraction, it's going to give me a whole number, or if I want to make it a decimal, 3.0. So in each one of my boxes, I can fit 3 cans of corn. The next one was 16 kilograms of cheese. So I take my 16 kilograms of cheese, divide it into my 12 boxes. Now this one's a little bit different. My decimal I get when I type in my calculator is 1.33 repeating. So this is the same as saying 1 and 33 hundredths. If I write that decimal as a fraction, it's a mixed number. 1 whole and then 33 out of 100 kilograms. And that would be for each one of the boxes. So in each box there'd be 1 and 33 hundredths kilograms of cheese per box, or 1.33 hundredths per box of kilograms of cheese. Our last one, pudding. Probably your favorite part. I know it's my favorite part. I love the chocolate. So let's say we got our chocolate puddings here. I got 12 puddings into 12 boxes. 12 divided by 12 is just 1. So that's 1.0, which means 1 pudding per box. Now if I look at all 3 of these, what can you tell me do they have in common? What's the same with these? You're right. Each item that I had was divided by the same number. So I took the total of each item and I divided it by my 12 boxes, because that's what we were putting the food into. So every single time I divided by the same number of boxes. I didn't change what I was dividing by each time through. So think of like food drives when you're raising food to help out the needy, or if there's a natural disaster. People do this all the time, and you might do this here at school too. I know our student council does food drives where you might have to figure out how much to put in each box. So these are definitely a real life situation. Here's another one. Now this might be my favorite one of the time. It's got pizza in it, and I love pizza. Again, more food for you guys to think about. But here's your problem. David and his 9 friends order pizzas for a party. They ordered 8 pizzas altogether. If they all shared equally, how much would each person get? Show this as a fraction and as a decimal. This might be helpful to use a visual aid to help you solve this. I know for me, I love looking at the visuals, so I might use a picture to help me solve this. I already know you got the pencil out, you have the paper ready to go. Go ahead, pause the video, and let's see what you come up with. All right. When taking a look at this problem, let's decipher it again like a little mystery. David and his 9 friends order pizza for a party. All right. Well, if there's David and he has 9 friends, there's 10 friends total. Maybe we'd be lucky enough to be one of his friends. I don't know. Then they ordered 8 pizzas altogether. So there's 10 friends. There's 8 pizzas. All right. I got that part down. It says if they share it equally, how much would each person get? And I got to show that as a fraction and as a decimal. All right, let's take a look at this guy. I know that if there's 10 friends, that each person, and there's 8 pizzas, each person's going to get 1/10 of each pizza. But there's 8 total. So if there's 8 total pizzas, and we're each getting 1/10, this would be 8/10 or 4/5, which is 0.8. So each friend is going to get 8/10 of a pizza if we were to share it equally. Now, these seem like really nice friends because when I eat my pizza, I know sometimes I like to take an extra piece or two, but we're being nice here, we're going to share this equally. Now, sometimes it's hard to figure this out just by using your division with your fractions and your decimal points. So, I got a nice little trick for you. Taking a look at these delicious pizzas that are up here. We decided to order 8 different pizzas. Each pizza is broken up into 10 slices. So, when I look at my pizza 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. If there's 10 of us, I'm going to get 1 slice out of this pizza. This is 1 out of 10. So I have 1/10 here. 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10, 6/10, 7/10, 8/10. So I'm going to get 8/10 of the total amount of pizza. And that's where you get your fraction from and our decimal, 0.8 or 0.80. So again, when thinking about this, I like to look at the picture. For me, this is way easier to look at the picture and then to break down my fractions evenly this way. It also makes me really hungry when looking at this pizza. Thank you for tuning in to Mr. Lainer's Math Extravaganza. As always, we'll see you next time.